Well, always good to win a game. I was really pleased with the approach this week in practice. I thought we had good Tuesday, Wednesday, focused work leading into Thursday and Friday, and the mentality they came out and played with. Obviously started on defense, start to finish. Those guys were lights out, making it physical. Another opportunity defensively to respond, to get the ball down the red zone a couple of times, pushed them back. Big time plays. Obviously Chuck, he was just up here. That was exciting and fun. I thought offensively, there's a lot to like, especially on third down. I thought in the first quarter or first half, third down conversions, and these things aren't just third and ones. Now we converted multiple times to get drives and come up with points, and so did like that. I think there was some balance in the offense with the run game and the pass game. And then special teams really pretty solid. Kicking the ball out in the end zone and kickoff. We didn't punt a bunch, but I did see Eckley hitting one. Was a big punt. We were backed up with some bad field position, so that was nice for him. Get some hang time on the thing. We'd been working on that the first couple of weeks. Even Caden Schickel, he's been sick the last couple of days. Our long snapper didn't practice Thursday or Friday. Comes out here and battles it out in the first half. And so just happy as a group. Definitely things to clean up, and I think I'm probably going to get asked about it, but we'll just say it. I actually mentioned to our team, you go double digits again in penalties, that's going to catch up to us. We got to find a way to coach it better, starting with us. So that'll be a point of emphasis again, because these guys, and they do. No, they don't want to have penalties and all that, but obviously we had some extended drives on defense, offensively, get in the red zone. We've had some hiccups there, well, and back it up again a couple of times. So we got to tighten that up as well. Questions?
All right, Coach. Early in the week, you seemed to light up a little bit when you talked about coming back to play at Spartan Stadium. Since you've been here, you've been getting to know your team, your coaches. What is it like getting to know Spartan Stadium? Yeah,
it's been great. The first two, energy. Spartan walk again. Place was packed. There was just a buzz around the place when you get there. Even some pregame routine. We got a student section that's packed. The atmosphere, and so I know our guys like playing in front of it, and hopefully we continue to build on it being a huge home field advantage.
Jonathan, do you ever remember a guy running further across the field than Brantley did on that pick six?
I know, because he started in the opposite corner and got all the way winded back to the other sideline. And those things aren't simple, right? He's got a decision to make. He picks the ball in the end zone. So sometimes it's best to just go down and we'll bring it out to the 20. Guys did great effort defensively of getting some blocks for him, / being smart, because oftentimes that's when you get the block in the back. It was a great finish by Chuck landing in the end zone. Really excited for him, especially because he just had picked one that was a lot easier, but his teammate didn't let him to finish that thing because we're hitting the quarterback high.
When you got a lead like that at halftime, what's the message to the team, and what are you trying to get done in the second half?
Similar. Like, we want to play our best football in the second half, so we're all about finishing, things like that. As coaches, we're looking at, if we can handle things in the third quarter. We love to get some other guys in the game, and that's the way it played out. The other guys getting in the game is for their experience, for their development, but they earn it, right? That during the week, those guys are working hard. We'd love to play as many guys as we can, and it played out today.
Aiden said the run game in particular, he felt it was up and down today. It seemed like it was similar to some of the other games where you have some big hitters, but maybe you struggle. I'm wondering, what's the correction there, and particularly if you had any early updates on Gavin and how you move forward now, potentially with third and fourth potential right guards.
Without thoroughly looking at the tape, I did think in the run game some of their movement created a couple issues for us, where they weren't just staying in the B gap. They had some angles and moving there. I don't have an update on Gavin, but no, that didn't look good. And next man up, and we had to do it even today. We've got some younger guys that I think about Rakeem got in the game for the first time, have an opportunity, but we'll get you updated on that when we know.
Jonathan, I was wondering about some of the tight end usage. We must have seen a half a dozen even early in that tight end screen, I think, early in the game where you had just doing some different things. Yeah. Yep. And what you've seen from that group, overall.
Like the group, Mike's been playing at a high level. Obviously, we know a lot about Jack and his ability to catch and in the run game. Parachek being healthy adds an avenue to get all three of them. Even Mola. We feel like four guys we can get in the game. We did some situational, even like if there's just one tight end in the game, it wasn't always the same tight end, working to their skill sets. And those guys are big bodies, smart football players, can catch, want to make it physical in the run game. And I hope to continue to see more and more of them.
Even like the HVAC kind of stuff with Tiny Hill or whoever's in there.
Yeah, Hop was in, and we got Coyne in there as well in that, and some of our run game. And it's run game and play action pass off that stuff. So we've got some answers at that kind of H-back Y position.
Jonathan, how satisfying was it to play as many players as you were able to, and did any young guys later in stages of the game stand out to you, like, hey, maybe that's something I haven't seen before?
Yeah, I watched the tape. I thought Brady Presloff had a nice kind of physical hits in there. It was good to see. We got a couple of young, other receivers, not all young, but other receivers who ran catching the ball a couple of times. That's fun, especially on our sideline going. I think it's really good to get Tommy in the game. He's played a lot of football, but it kind of looked like it because the way he operated and went. Got some other linemen in, a couple of young backs carrying the ball, so it was really good.
You said you didn't believe in like a trap game approach. Did you see that approach this week from your guys and all the way up to today? Of course?
Well, yes, and I want our approach to be pretty consistent, understanding there's an urgency to improve every week, whoever we're playing on Saturday, and I thought they did a good job of it this week.
Jonathan, over here. I want to ask you about Tommy a little bit. Very rarely do people go in his backwards, where they play all the time and then go to be a backup in their career. I'm wondering if you guys have had those conversations, what that's like for him, do you think? And just sort of how different that is than normal, and sort of the peace of mind of having that guy at that position.
I haven't had deep conversations with him. I mean, through the recruiting process, he knew what he was signing up for in regards to a quarterback coming over here, was very familiar with the system and all of that. He's been awesome. Teammate at practice, helping out, suggestions, his experience when he's gone in. He's been really effective in practicing the scrimmages, and he played today. It was not surprising to me for him to just see the ball going where it's supposed to be, operating, getting us in the right play. So I guess all I can say is I'm really glad he's here.
Coach, how important is it to see somebody like Day Carter have a 60-yard run and that open up for him? And how does that open up your offense as well on the offensive front when it comes to throwing?
Yeah, it opens up things. When you can get an explosive run or two like that, because Nate's skill set, if he can get it to the second level, you're not going to catch the guy that often. It was well blocked. He really had a nice vision by him, because I think he cuts the ball back and then outruns one defender. He's got that skill set, and I go back, I thought both him and Kayron, good carries, kind of complementing each other. We got to clean up some efficiency issues and a little bit up front, but Nate's an explosive player.
Coach, similar question to Graham, but maybe a little bit different. You needed a veteran backup. You evaluated him. You got him to come. He had to sit out 2 games. Then he finally plays and produces. You just kind of give that overall process.
Yeah, he knows he's one snap away. I mean, I was watching at the hotel even this morning. I can't remember exactly. It might have been Alabama. Quarterback's helmet came off right in the first drive, right? The guy needs to be able to get in the game and go. We got total confidence he'd be ready to go out there and he keeps working, and it's a long season. Just like we're dealing with a lot of different injuries at different spots, he needs to be ready, and he will be.
Today we saw Kayron Lynch-Adams have 15 attempts and Nate Carter have 8. Was that scheme design, or what was that?
Not totally. That's a little bit of the play calls. We're looking to be about 50-50, but it's not like our goal. Like, okay, we're tracking it throughout. Some of it just the series and then the plays that got called in that series. So, and we're going to have games like that where one guy has a little bit more than the other.
Coach, I think it was on Nate's 60-yard run. I think it was Donnell Hopper had the big block where he just blew a guy. I mean, I was wondering, did you remember that play? You remember that play, and just kind of what that means to have a guy like that land a block like that with the open up?
Well, it's great on Hop in general. Like, he's been through a few things injury-wise, battled through it. Even like right before fall camp starts, he needs to take a step back and get healthy, and he's battled. And so for him now to be out there healthy, creating creases like this, I was, excited for him to continue to get in the game. And again, in the run game now, it's not just the guy you're handing the ball to. There's 10 other guys that are involved, and Hop being a huge part of that in the blocking game.
All right, we got one final one on the far side.
Coach, over here, you mentioned the wide receivers a little bit, but no Jerron Glover, no Alante Brown. What do you see from not only Isaiah Johnson, but Nick Marsh and Antonio Gates Jr. in relief of the guys who did?
Yeah, it was nice for all three of those guys. Marsh, had a couple opportunities, got a couple catches, but AZ was big in the red zone. That slant inside, third down, needs to make a play, makes a guy miss and scores. He's had some nice catches in each game, and so we got some confidence in him. And, with a few guys down, Those guys are going to have to step in. Gates comes in a couple of different times, has some nice catches. So we've got some talent in there. Those guys got to keep on working, but we like where they're headed.
All right, that's it.
Thanks, guys.